Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Champion's Ballad DLC. I'm Bill from Good Old Days Gaming, and we just have Daruk and Rivali left to do, and as you can see, we're in Death Mountain, so we're doing Daruk this time. And I'm pretty excited. Daruk's probably my second favorite champion, next to Urbosa. I don't know. Sometimes he's my favorite, because he's just hilarious. But, quick note, I actually practiced all the trials, but I did not spoil myself on the cutscene yet, so... This is going to be kind of a lot like a walkthrough of these shrines, because I practiced them, and it was a real pain to find some of them. Particularly one, so we're going to knock that one out first. Because I know what to do now, and I know how to solve the shrines. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for it, just to kind of speed up the video a little bit, and to maybe make it more watchable, because nobody wants to see somebody fumbling around. Unless they're super hilarious, which I'm not, so... I mean, that one's pretty obvious, everyone knows, just warp to Rudania and you'll find it. But the other ones... It really is just that one that's kind of tricky.
Hmm? Ah.
You applied an ample amount of fireproof elixir. Nope. I mean, I have this giant metal suit on.
Oh.
Alright, stop a Titan of Molten Stone. I mean, that's pretty obvious that it's an Igneo Talus of some kind. Again, follow Rings of Light alone. I'm assuming there's going to be one for Rivali as well that's like that. And survive Lava's Fiery Fate. That's the one that's tough and confusing and hard to find all at the same time. So we're going to knock that one out first. Did it move you? Indeed it did. Oh, alright, Cass, we know. Yep, and we can talk to Yunobo and Bluto, and they'll tell you something really brief about Daruk, and then basically just point you to his diary, which again, we'll do at the end. Alright, so this one I'll take a picture anyway, but, I mean, just warp to Rudania and you can find it. This one, the key is that crab rock on the left. I'll show you once I pull up the map how to find that. And this is the one that makes no sense, because it looks like it's right by a hot spring of some kind and it's really hard to find. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say about the picture, but if you go to the map, zoom out and come over down here, zoom in by Darb Pond, this little bump, that's where you want to go. So pin that little bump rock right there in Darb Pond or whatever it was. Now this one, again, the key is the crab rock on the left there. So look for the crab rock. It's up here, the Isle of Rabak or whatever. It's pretty much like right above Lake Darmani where the text is. So pin that one. And then, I mean, this one you don't even have to pin, but it's like right at Rudania's tail. Alright, so let's go. If you have this shrine, Greedy Hill, that's probably the fastest way to get there. Or you can warp to the tower. This is the hard one, the test of lava. It's kind of a long walk to get there regardless. I don't know, maybe the tower is faster. If somebody wants to test it. I don't know why you would want to, it doesn't really matter. Let's use Rivali to kind of speed things up. Alright, I just forgot for a second there what color pin I was going after. So we're going for the red one. Shouldn't take too long. Death Mountain's kind of... I don't know, it seems like there would be a ton of Koroks, you know, because there's a bunch of rocks that seem like the kind of rocks that you see and you're like, oh, I bet at the top of that there's one rock you lift and there's a Korok, but there's like very few of them. This is a big empty area, which I guess makes sense, it's a volcano. But there we go, here we are, those 3 Gorons standing on that rock. This is whatever it was, what is it, Darb Pond or whatever it said? Let's talk to these guys. Pump it up, brother! Gorons are so stupid. Stupidly awesome. Alright, I'm done. Feel the burn, brother. You see that glowing ring in the lava? Think of it as a target and stand on the lava, brother. Even Gorons can't walk on lava, so how is Link gonna do it? Nah. It's actually pretty easy once you realize what you gotta do. Time to strategize. So, you get Magnesis, you see 2 metal blocks over there. And there's a Fire Breath Lizalfos that you gotta take care of. Or you could probably ignore him and it wouldn't really matter. Whatever. Out of here. Alright, so once you get him out of the way... Like, there's another situation where you have metal blocks and lava. There's like one of the main shrines in the game. And what you can do is you could just push them against each other and ride across to wherever you have to go, but you can't do that here because these blocks sink deep enough into the lava that you get constantly hurt and potentially even burn. But these rocks right here, you can move them around depending on how you pull the metal blocks against them. So, I mean, I'm sure you can see from knowing that that's what you can do, that basically we're just building a stepping stone path to that ring. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes. But yeah, you can't really stand on the metal crates. You can, but you get hurt. So you can only stand on them for like brief amounts. And I think you can even sink, like I said, but... yeah, it's so hard to keep pushing them. The block always... I can't pull it back. I want to scoop it like a... whatever that construction machine is, but it wasn't letting me go further. Ah! Alright, well... hopefully it saved all of that. Yeah, okay, we got a nice path. I know I can make that jump, I just was stupid and... or unlucky, I don't know. Alright, there we go. Now, let's scoop this thing closer so we can actually get to it. I kind of wonder too if you could scoop yourself on a rock, just use one crate and one rock and make it to the ring. I'm sure you can. You just gotta really be careful because the rock is obviously round and it starts to roll, so you have to keep your footing to stay on top of it. I'm just being really safe here. I'm sure I could maybe reach... I probably could have reached this. But just to be safe... yeah, see what I mean? Like this rock I'm standing on just started to roll. Alright. Just to be really safe, I probably could have made that jump, but... there we go. So you don't even have to be in the center of the ring, you just gotta touch the barrier outside. So yeah, that one's kind of a pain, and it's... from that picture, I found it really hard to find that this was the spot to go to. Because again, it looks like there's like a river of a hot spring, like right behind some lava, and there's nowhere on the map that's like that. And then the 2 mountains it shows, it's... I don't know. So yeah, fastest way, just jump in the lava. Or maybe a Rivali's Gale would have been faster, who knows. Alright, Renu Honika Shrine, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. This one's not so bad, especially if you have the Firebreaker armor. Alright, block the blaze. So, if you have this Firebreaker armor, that is what it's called, right? If you have it upgraded at least twice by a Great Fairy, you could just run through this whole shrine, because you can't get hurt by any of the flames. But, this is how you solve, like, the beginning things. You use this block as a shield. Alright, now this one I'm honestly not too sure about. But I think if you take the two blocks and position them just right, you can sneak by. That's what I did when I was practicing it, and it kind of worked, but it also kind of looked like I was getting sprayed by the fire, maybe slightly. So if you didn't have this armor, I'm not sure if it would work. But yeah, see, like, I wonder if you could squeeze right through here. I don't know if that worked or if I would have gotten burnt if I didn't have this armor on. But that's how I did it. And then there's a chest over here. It's got a stone smasher in it, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop probably this thing I was beating the ice blocks with the during Mipha's trials. So yeah, Stone Smasher, not too bad. Useful for Stone Taluses, and remember, one of the trials was like beat the Fiery Titan or whatever they said it was. Now this, it's motion controls. There's flames, you can flip it over and there's stuff, and it might involve the two metal blocks. Honestly, I don't know how to solve it legitimately, but I have this armor, so I don't care. It's those motion control things. Some of them are really clever and fun to do. I can't think of any of the shrines offhand that I remember being like, hey, that was pretty cool after the motion control things, because most of them I'm like, ah, come on. And that's not the last one here with Daruk's stuff. So alright, I'm gonna warp to Rudania and we'll take care of the one picture that was on top of the volcano right next to Rudania. So yeah, if you warp and change the camera, you can see it's right there. And the yellow pin on my mini-map also was correct. So that's the right bump of Death Mountain that you need. Ah, OCD is bothering me. The yellow pin didn't go away. See it on the mini-map? It's still there. At some point I'm gonna have to take that off, because it's gonna bug me. I don't know how hard it is to, or how easy it is, I guess, to run out of time. Because I'm assuming that ticking means this is timed. But so far with all of these things, it never ticked faster or anything to indicate, like, hurry up. This is pretty cool though. I like being this close to the lava, weaving in between rocks, sort of. I don't know, overall these follow the ring things are pretty boring. That sploosh noise when the ring, like, I guess goes into Link, or whatever, it sounds like the same noise they used in Twilight Princess whenever you filled one of those vials with the little Twilight things and changed the land back from Twilight to the Light World. I forget all the legitimate terms. Alright, Sherolun Shrine. Blind spots, if you're fast enough, you can grab this first cycle of blocks. Otherwise, you can just get the next one. But yeah, this one's kind of interesting. It's like a little theme park ride. Or not a theme park ride, a ski lift kind of thing. So yeah, obviously you just dodge the flames. This one you get on top, not much to it. I like this though, it's pretty unique. There's not a single other shrine in this game that has this little carousel mechanic. Alright, now here you gotta be careful. Get on top and get your bow ready because there's 3 guardians that spawn. And they'll shoot you off of the block and it's annoying. And just make sure you press A to climb back down. Even though it prompts you, I think like the first time I was purposely trying to climb down the edge of something, I just kind of walked off it instead of pressing A. That's the only reason why I mentioned it. Alright, so now we get Cryonis. There's waterfalls. Notice there's a treasure chest falling. So we're gonna go on this side. You could also, I think, go on the other side? I think. I don't know if there's a waterfall over there. Alright, so we'll stop it with that and try to magnesis it. Ah, crap, I missed it. Yeah, there is a waterfall on the other side, I see it. So you could either, if you didn't care about the treasure, you could go either on the left or right side to avoid the flames up ahead. This chest, I don't know why it's taking so long to shoot back out. Ah, okay, good. I thought I was going to miss it again. This is a great flame blade, so I'm going to drop the one I have just to refresh it with something new. Not that it matters. I don't know when I'm going to even use this stuff. Missed the other block. Alright, so we get Cryonis again, and there's another waterfall to the exit. So, same thing, you just gotta build yourself a staircase. I don't know. Out of all the shrines so far that we've done for the Champion's Ballad, I'm not sure which one is my favorite. Oh, really? I can't reach that? Oh, that was scary. I don't know, I kind of like the scoop one, the very first one. That was interesting. Alright, one more to go. You can either warp to Rudania again, but you're going to have to go around the volcano, because Rudania's in the way. Or you could warp to the crab rock thing, and climb up, and then fly over with Rivali. Yeah, I decided to go to Rudania. I ran around the whole mountain, probably going to cut that out. Just to get an angle. You can see we're heading for the blue pin that I did on the mini-map. This is the final one, the Fiery Titan, or whatever it is. I don't know if that was actually what it said in the song.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
I'm really excited about Daruk's cutscene. I have not spoiled myself yet, and he's just an awesome character. Gorons have always been cool. They're just light and bubbly, and they don't care about anything except eating rocks. Yeah, so right down there, you can see it. It's Igneo Talus. But just like the Molduga in the desert, this one's a little bit special. So you want to get your camera ready if you care about your Hyrule Compendium. cards, because it's an Igneo Talus Titan. I don't know what the description says. I don't really feel like checking it, to be honest, so... Yeah, gotta get the Stone Smasher we got from that other shrine. Yeah. Ah, crap, I gotta get higher. There's an updraft, which you're gonna have to rely on here. Because obviously he's in lava, so I don't think... I actually haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure an ice arrow wouldn't cool him down like normal Igneo Taluses. But yeah, the updraft, you can stop time and just... If you have a good bow, just use your regular arrows. I'm gonna try to stasis him real quick. Ah, crap. Yeah, you want to be quick on that X button. It's really not that hard because the updraft is pretty forgiving. Ah! Alright, hang on. I can do this. I want to use this a little bit, not just arrows. If we can get Urbosa, too. Nice. I'm not sure how you would do this without the Firebreaker armor being upgraded. Unless ice arrows do actually cool off the top of him. Well, there we go. And the shrine appears on the shore here. I don't know, maybe it does cool him off, but it seems like he dips his head constantly, so it would be a lot of back and forth between the updraft, I think. Which on Master Mode with the health regeneration, that would be tough. Might as well just... It's really not that hard to upgrade the Firebreaker armor 2 levels. It's only like the 3rd rank and the 4th rank that are hard to get materials for. Alright, moving targets. Guess what? There's gonna be more motion controls. Yay. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, these little cannon things are a neat idea. First one, pretty easy. You can see a treasure chest on the right there. I don't know how to get it. I haven't attempted. I don't really care. But there's a giant long pathway and a cage, it looks like. So I'm assuming you have to use the cannon to probably knock it down. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, for that one, I just waited till it started to move from its top position, and then that's when you move the cannon. But yeah, I would imagine you just launch a ball at the treasure chest, and it would probably knock it down, and something on the bottom would probably propel it over, so, like, past the railing. But anyway, to get to the actual exit, you got one of these motion control things that's... If you're playing in handheld mode, good luck. That's what I was doing to practice, and I was literally rolling around on the floor, trying to get the angle right. So if I remember correctly, you do something like this. My hand is currently... I don't even know. It's like a pretzel, man. Hopefully this works. No, it does not. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You don't do it that way. You gotta slide it down on... Yeah, like that. And then twist it. That should work, hopefully. Yeah, if you haven't tried these little motion control puzzles in handheld mode, I wouldn't advise it, but if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. Alright, this next one is a real pain. So get ready to twist your arms and your hands like a pretzel to figure out how to do this. I'm trying to figure out how to turn the controller here to get... Alright, so yeah, it's kind of got to be like this. Now I got to find the B button. That's the hard part. Because the controller is literally upside down in my hand right now, and I'm trying to cancel by pressing B. And I can't find it. There we go. Hopefully this works. Go. It hit the side. I'm gonna try it one more time because I feel like this should work. Because in my practice, it bounced off the little target, the first target we hit. Oh, there you go. That was like a direct hit. So yeah, there's really no tips with that. It's just good luck with the gyro controls. Cool concept. Kind of fun when it works out, but also kind of annoying. Especially if you're in handheld mode trying to do it. Alright, those are the 3 Daruk shrines. So now it's time for Fireblight Ganon. He was always pretty easy though. So I'll see you at that trial. Alright, so we still got the Firebreaker armor. Whatever Daruk's thing's called. It's not Cobble Crusher or Stone Smasher. Boulder Breaker, that's what it is. How many different variations of rocks and a word that means destroying can you come up with? It didn't look like we had a shield again. Not that we need it for this guy. We do have a bow. I don't know what kind. And of course, we have no idea what arrows we have. This guy aesthetically looks cool. I think he's probably my favorite Fireblight. So yeah, Boulder Breaker. Alright, a Knight's Bow and 5 ice arrows. Non-upgraded armor, that's gonna be interesting. We have food this time, instead of materials. Alright, let's just do this. See if I can remember how to... Flurry Rush, I was too far away that time. Messed up that time, but... Daruk! Alright, let's do it for real this time. There we go. Come on, just get to the second phase. Alright. Okay, we got the bombs already. Let's get over there. I remember the first time I fought this guy, it took me forever to figure out that this is what you had to do to throw a bomb in there. Alright, let's see if we can knock this out in one go. Nice. Ah, crap. Well, we got the 5 ice arrows. Let's just finish them off with those, probably. Or maybe not. Okay, I can't hit him for some reason. Whatever. Just die. How did Daruk lose to that guy? Well, I guess he didn't have bombs and a bow. You know, Daruk should have had bombs. It's the Goron special crop. Oh yeah, this is really cool too. I keep forgetting to mention this. After those rematches, you notice Cass plays each champion's theme. So here we go, Daruk's cutscene. And his song on accordion.
Ah, count me in, tiny princess. I'm the fearless Daruk, after all. And if Hyrule needs my help, I'll gladly lay down my life.
Thank you, Daruk.
Not sure if it's Calamity Ganon's fault or what, but I hear monsters have been attacking people more than ever lately. Times like these, you shouldn't leave the castle without a horde of mighty Gorons to watch your back.
You sound like Father. He's assigning a knight to watch over me wherever I go. I hear the top contender is the most accomplished swordsman in all of Hyrule.
Huh? That could only be... Huh? What the... They really are all over the place these days. Is someone being attacked? Cowards! Wait here, princess. Spineless little cuckoos! No monster stands a chance when fighting me, the almighty Daruk.
Oh! You're safe. It seems our friend here was the one being attacked. Precious boy, you saved his life. Huh? Well.
Good riddance, and stay safe. I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. As a kid, dogs always chased me. I still panic when I see one of those critters.
I never imagined the great Daruk would have a weakness.
So tell me, princess,
Yes?
Calamity Ganon isn't, some kind of a dog monster, is he?
Huh?
Daruk is awesome.
Oh.
I knew you could do it, little guy. Now you can use Daruk's protection more than ever. If you see that Ganon jerk, give him a message for me. Good riddance, bacon breath.
How can you not love him, man? He's like the most... He's got the most character out of all these people. Everybody else is pretty, like, stiff and... I don't know. This song is so good, though. Alright, on to Daruk's diary. Let's see what he has to say. Daruk's training journal, first page. I'm gonna start writing in this diary thing starting now. Ugh, a diary. Maybe I'll call it my training journal. They say all you gotta do is write down stuff that happens. Us Gorons prefer the simple life, so I hope simple stuff counts. Let's see, for today's journal entry, what should I write about? Oh, I know. I had some rock roast from the peak of Death Mountain. It was delicious. I think I'll eat more of it soon. I talked to some Hylians at the base of the mountain. All anyone wants to talk about these days is Calamity Ganon. Reminds me of when those tiny Sheikah came to Death Mountain a few years ago to dig up that divine beast or whatever. The Hylians were saying that beast thing is a weapon someone will need to learn how to control. Back in the good old days, Gorons didn't worry about relics we couldn't eat. Now I'm hungry. Maybe I'll track down a prime rock roast for one of my dinners tonight. Today I saw someone being attacked when I was out looking for lunch rocks at the peak. He was a little tiny guy, so I rushed down the mountain to help him. I was shocked to find he was handy with a sword. By the time I rolled his way, he'd already taken out all the monsters. I couldn't help but admire his Goron-like strength. While I was distracted, a monster almost got the jump on me. He stopped it. The great Daruk, saved by a tiny Hylian. I must have had a dopey look on my face when that happened. Hope he didn't notice. That little Hylian from before is named Link. He's got a respectable appetite. Loves to eat meat, fruit, vegetables, all sorts of things a decent person wouldn't dream of eating. Link will cook up and eat just about anything. I offered him some grade A rock roast to help refine his palate. I asked him how it tasted. He liked it so much he was speechless. I knew Hylians could eat rocks too. Eating isn't the only thing Link and I have in common. The little guy is also incredibly strong. He said sometimes when he focuses, it feels like time slows down. I really like that guy. He's the type of guy you can trust to have your back, and also have a hearty meal with. Yeah, that settles it. From now on, Link is an official brother. Hyrule's little princess came to Goron City and asked me to pilot the divine beast. I said yes. The great Daruk never turns down someone in need. When I said I would, the princess seemed really happy. There will be 4 champions to control 4 divine beasts, and 1 swordsman to take on Ganon. Including the princess, our anti-Ganon team is 6 strong, made up of all different kinds of people. This has the makings of an epic feast. I got the ball rolling by giving the princess my best rock roast. This guy is obsessed with food. It's awesome. She said thanks, but I think she was holding back a grimace. Must have had something foul on her mind. I'm a champion now. Feels good. I hadn't talked with Link in a while, so seeing him at an inauguration ceremony was nice. It was a good day. Oh, word has it Link has been chosen as Zelda's appointed knight. I can't think of a better brother for the job. I hear one of those ancient machine things went nuts doing some tests and shot out deadly beams. With true Goron spirit, Link grabbed a pot lid from the ground and deflected the blast. A pot lid? He nailed the thing in its weak spot and saved the day. His bravery caught the king's eye, and not long after that he was appointed to guard Zelda. I'd expect nothing less from the little guy. I've been chosen to pilot Rudania, but I was having trouble controlling it. I was the only champion who was struggling. I asked Link for advice, but he just shoved me into the divine beast so I could explore it aimlessly all day. I can't explain it, but by the end of the day, I was able to control Rudania just how I wanted to. I guess experience is the best teacher. Little guy's strength must come from working hard and never giving up. Good lesson, brother. As thanks, I'm gonna treat him to some gourmet sirloin rock. All my Hylian brother seems to do these days is watch over the tiny princess while she does her research. It looks like tough work, but the princess seems a lot happier and talks more since she's been doing it, so it must be okay. I hear the little guy finally opened up about his troubles to the princess while they were shoveling food. Surprisingly, she opened up right back, said something princessy like, I guess we're the same, you and I. Sounds heavy. They must have been bonding over their food preferences. That'll do it, alright. Speaking of opening up, all this journal writing has made me realize something about myself. Writing makes me hungry. Daruk is the best, man. I'm hungry too. After that, I'm gonna go get some food. I'll see you guys next time for Rivali.